Derek, wait, is it true you're getting married? Are you really going to be getting married this soon?
Oh, Billy? Wow, it's been a while.
Come on, don't dodge it. Is it seriously true that you're getting married?
Yeah, it's true. Wait, did you hear it from my mom or something?
Totally, I heard it from your mom. She told me that you came by to introduce your fiancé the day I was out of town. I was on a trip.
Ah, that explains it. I did think it was weird not seeing you around that day.
And she said you're starting to plan the wedding soon, too. Is that also right?
Yeah, kind of. We haven't nailed down the details yet, but we're hoping to do it before the end of the year. Still a lot of planning that needs to go into it on our end and the family's end.
Wow, okay then. Well, in that case, you have to spend at least $100,000 on the wedding, okay?
Huh? Wait, what?
$100,000 minimum. Come on, custom-made wedding dress, non-negotiable. At least 5 outfit changes throughout the day. The food, you have to go with the highest tier menu the venue offers. As for the entertainment, make it unforgettable. Hire a professional comedian, or better yet, bring in a full-on performance troupe. And don't even think about skimping on the wedding favors. Oh, and of course you're inviting at least 300 guests.
Whoa. What are you even talking about? You're acting like you're the one I'm marrying. How about you settle down a little bit?
I know that, but this is just the bare minimum of what any woman dreams of, Derek.
Seriously?
Of course, it's common sense. I mean, sure, if the guy's not financially stable, maybe expectations have to be adjusted. But you're working at a major company, pulling in a great salary. You've got no excuse not to go all out. You should be reading between the lines and making her dreams come true without her even asking. That's what a good groom does, right?
I don't know. I mean, I thought we had a pretty honest relationship, you know? She tells me what she wants, and I do the same, and she's never mentioned wanting a wedding that extravagant.
Then she's probably just holding back. She's being polite. You know how girls are. We sometimes say what we think is reasonable, even if it's not what we really want.
Is that so?
Definitely. There are some feelings only another woman can understand. So you, as the thoughtful fiancé, should go back and ask her again. Ask her honestly, what kind of wedding does she truly want?
Huh. You might be right. We're planning to talk more about everything soon anyway. I guess I can bring it up and double check.
Yes, you should. Don't waste this top-tier advice from your childhood best friend.
All right, I'll ask. Just don't say I didn't warn you if she tells me she's actually fine with a small ceremony.
If she does, it's still your job to give her the wedding she didn't even know she wanted.
Okay, Billy, I've got to head out. Got something lined up after this.
All right then, let's catch up again soon.
Yeah, see you around.
Allie. Hey. Hello? Don't ignore me. I don't care how long it's been. Slow replies are not acceptable. Allie! Oh, hey, Billy. Sorry, I didn't see your message right away. Ugh, you're so slow. Seriously. I had my phone buried in the bottom of my bag. I don't need excuses. Just answer me. Is it true? You're getting married? What? Don't give me that what. I already know, so don't play dumb. Just tell me the truth. Yes or no? Yeah, I am. We're planning to get married by the end of the year. Great. Then you need to tell your fiancé this. The wedding needs to cost at least $100,000. Got it? Wait, what? Why? Don't question me. Just do it because I said so. You're a boring, plain little introvert, so don't you dare go against the queen of introverts, me. That's not fair. And honestly, what does my wedding have to do with you? Excuse me? You're seriously telling me you're not inviting me to the ceremony? I never said that. But we're planning a small wedding, just close family and a few good friends. Unacceptable. Unacceptable? Yeah, that's right. So here's what you're going to do. The wedding dress has to be custom made. You need a minimum of 5 outfit changes. Go with the highest tier catering available at the venue. The production and decoration need to be absolutely over the top. Hire a celebrity for the entertainment. No cheap favors. Guests should feel like royalty. Invite at least 300 people. And finally, the whole thing needs to cost at least $100,000. Are you even listening to yourself? This is what you should say if your fiancé asks what kind of wedding you want. Just memorize it. I'm sorry, Billy, but that's not happening. We've talked about it. Spending that kind of money on a single day just isn't realistic for us. Wow, so you're openly defying me now. You've got some nerve. You still haven't changed, still bossing people around like we're all characters in your little drama. What did you just say? I said, I feel sorry for you. Excuse me? You feel sorry for me? Yeah. You act like you're above everyone, like people should jump at your every demand. I know I'm not flashy. I know I come from a modest background, but even someone like me found someone who loves me for who I am. He wants to build a life with me, just the two of us, not for show. So please, don't interfere. Blah, blah, blah. Spare me the fairy tale nonsense. Here's the deal. Either you have the wedding I say you should, or I'll remind you what it was like back then. I'll play with you again, just like the old days. Stop it. Then do exactly what I said. Go tell your fiancé you insist on the kind of wedding I described. And if you even think about going against me, you know what happens next. Derek, this is bad. Your bride has canceled the wedding.
Huh?
I was so excited about the wedding I couldn't sleep and arrived at the venue early, but there's a huge commotion because the bride hasn't shown up. I've been trying to call her, but she won't pick up.
I see.
So I went to her apartment to check, and the neighbors said they saw her get into a car with some guy. Apparently it was either her ex-boyfriend or some guy she's been cheating with. It seems like she ran off with him. It's a total mess here. Haven't you heard from the venue yet?
No.
Seriously, you should just dump that cheating woman. Anyway, Derek, I have to tell you something. I have actually had feelings for you this whole time.
What?
I know it's not the right timing to confess like this. It's kind of underhanded, but I can't just leave you like this, all hurt and abandoned, so let me be your bride instead.
Huh?
Let's go ahead and continue with the wedding. I'll take her place as the bride today. Now, since it's settled, let's get things ready. I know the wedding dress is custom made, right? Oh, I can't believe it, but even if it's under these circumstances, I'm marrying the man I have always loved.
Wait a minute.
What?
What are you talking about? The bride canceled and now you're saying you're taking her place. If this is some kind of prank, you should have thought about the timing.
No, it's not a prank.
The bride is here with me and we're already having the ceremony in Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yes, Hawaii.
It's not the venue at the YoTube Hotel in St. Louis?
No, we decided on a private ceremony with just close family in Hawaii.
Huh?
We're planning to hold a reception back home in a restaurant once we return.
Wait, hold on a second. What about the $100,000 wedding? What happened to the 300 guests you promised?
Oh, you mean that? After talking with my fiancé, we decided a Hawaii wedding was what she wanted. We found a wedding package that fit within our budget. So here we are now in Hawaii.
No way. Stop with these ridiculous pranks already.
Why?
Because right now I am in a state of shock here because you're okay with still marrying Allie.
What? Allie?
There's no way a wedding could happen like this.
My wedding partner isn't Allie, though.
Huh?
Look, this is the picture of me and my fiancé at the wedding. It's a photo the photographer just took of us.
This person, April?
Yeah, she was our senior back in school, the student council president. We reconnected when we started working at the same place, and that's when we began dating. So, yes, she's my bride.
What, Allie isn't your bride?
Nope.
What?
And wait, why is Allie even mentioned here?
Because, Derek, you were always with Allie back in high school.
What?
I've been waiting for the day you and Allie would break up, and then you go and say you're getting married? I was so upset.
No, Allie and I were just in the same club. I was the president and she was the vice president. We spent a lot of time together because of that. Besides, didn't Allie have a boyfriend in college at that time?
What?
Hold on a second. Now that I think about it, I remember someone mentioning that Allie was planning to get married around the same time as me. No way! Did you do something to Allie?
What? No!
You did something, didn't you? I'm going to contact everyone I can think of about this now. If you have any guilt over what you did, you'd better go tell Allie's family the truth right away.
Derek, please help me.
What is it?
I don't know what to do. I just got served. They're making me pay damages, and I have to cover the cancellation fees for the wedding, too. They're saying I owe $40,000. I can't pay that, Derek. I really can't. What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to pay it.
What?
You brought this on yourself. You charged ahead without checking anything, let your assumptions drive your actions, and look what happened. You thought you knew everything. You didn't even stop to ask anyone. And on top of that, you were planning to hijack the whole wedding from the start, weren't you? You tried to force your fantasy on me and Allie, talking about some $200,000 wedding with 300 guests, pushing your dream onto our lives? Come on, you were never a victim. You're the villain in this whole thing.
But I didn't mean...
Don't give me that. I was in Hawaii, remember? I couldn't be there. I couldn't stop you directly. All I could do was reach out to people once I realized something was off. And you know what I found out? Allie was dragged out of her home early that morning. No one else was home. Everyone had gone out. She was locked in a storage shed until almost noon. She couldn't even scream for help. And you, instead of taking any responsibility, instead of apologizing, you ran. You vanished from the venue like a coward. Allie's wedding day was ruined. She was humiliated, traumatized, treated like garbage, and you were the one who did that to her. So if all you have to do now is pay $40,000, honestly, you're getting off easy.
But I don't have that kind of money. That's an insane amount.
Then I guess you'd better start preparing for the police to get involved.
The police?
Yeah, what you did to Allie, it's not some little mishap. It's serious. You detained her, you physically removed her from her home and locked her up. That's criminal no matter how you want to frame it.
You're blowing this way out of proportion. She's fine now, right? I heard you're planning a second ceremony later, so it's all okay in the end, isn't it?
You seriously don't get it, do you? The fact that you're still using words like blowing it out of proportion tells me everything I need to know.
Derek, please, I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I just wanted to marry you, that's all.
If that's what you wanted, then you could have just told me, honestly, like a normal person, not this. Not drugging up some fantasy, not sabotaging someone else's wedding to slot yourself in as the bride. And let me make one thing very clear. Even if you'd confessed in some sweet, normal way, there's no universe, not even a twisted, alternate one, where I'd want to be with someone like you.
Derek, please.
No, we're done. I'm cutting you out of my life for good.
What? You can't mean that.
I do mean it, and frankly, after everything that's happened, I have no idea what you might try next. I'm not about to take chances with my wife's safety.
No, wait, please don't do this. Don't shut me out like this.
Don't ever come near me again. Don't call, don't message, don't show up. You're out of my life, permanently.
Derek, please, just talk to me, please.
I didn't hear the full details at first, and when I finally did, it came through the usual channels. My mother. She had a way of knowing everything, somehow connecting the dots even when the story seemed fragmented. But hearing it from her didn't make it any easier to process. In fact, it only made the reality of what had happened more jarring. It was as if the story kept unraveling layer by layer, and with each new piece of information, the picture became darker, more complicated. Billy, as my mother explained, had fought fiercely against paying the $40,000. But it wasn't just a simple refusal. It was a drawn-out battle of resistance, of digging her heels in, trying to avoid what was inevitable. She was trying to evade responsibility at every turn, hoping that if she ignored the problem long enough, it would disappear. She locked herself in her room, withdrew from any meaningful conversation, and just hoped that everything would somehow resolve itself without her having to lift a finger. But things don't work like that. The world doesn't bend to our will, no matter how hard we try to avoid it. And in the end, the reality that Billy had been so desperate to avoid was going to catch up with her no matter what. It was Billy's parents who finally stepped in. My mother said that they hadn't wanted to. They didn't have the money, and certainly they didn't have the emotional energy to bail their daughter out of yet another mess. But in the end, they couldn't stand by and watch her drown, so they paid the $40,000, every cent of it, so that Billy wouldn't have to face the full extent of her actions. They did it because they were parents, and despite everything that had happened, they loved her. But what did that really mean? Was that love an act of kindness, or a failure to set the hard boundaries Billy needed? In some ways, it felt like enabling. It wasn't just the financial burden, it was the emotional toll of constantly coming to Billy's rescue when she couldn't, or wouldn't, take responsibility for herself. Of course, the payment didn't mark the end of the story, not by a long shot. As my mother explained, Billy couldn't bear the way the neighbors looked at her after that. There were whispers, of course, there always are. People knew that her parents had covered the debt, and Billy couldn't stand the thought of being viewed as someone who couldn't handle her own problems. Her pride couldn't take it. So without a word, Billy packed her things and left, disappearing from our lives once again. It wasn't surprising. Billy had always been someone who would rather run than face the consequences of her actions, no matter how much damage it caused. But it still felt like a betrayal. She had caused so much chaos, so much pain, and then she just vanished as though nothing had ever happened. I guess I should have expected that, but I didn't. I didn't expect her to leave so abruptly, to vanish without a trace. And when she did, I had no idea where she was going or what she was going to do. I could only wonder what kind of life she was hoping to build, or if she was just running from her problems. The truth was, Billy's actions had always been motivated by a desire to escape, to avoid facing things head on. It was the easy way out, the coward's way, and that's what she kept choosing. But what happened next was something I couldn't have predicted. Billy didn't just vanish into some random part of the city. No, she took herself to a place even further removed from everything familiar, an industrial area far away from where she had once lived. Billy had gone to work in a factory. Not just any factory, but a place with a reputation. It was a factory that had long struggled with staffing issues, a place where the working conditions were borderline abusive, the kind of place people went to when they were desperate, when they had no other options left. And Billy, it seemed, was desperate. The factory she found herself in wasn't just any run-of-the-mill workplace. It was one of those blacklist factories, the kind that seemed to attract people in dire situations, those who had nowhere else to turn. The working conditions were dreadful, the hours were long, the pay was pitiful, and the environment was grueling. But that wasn't even the worst part. No, the worst part was the fact that Billy had been hired as a live-in worker. A live-in worker wasn't someone who just worked long shifts and then went home at the end of the day. No, Billy was expected to live in the factory, to be on call at all times. It was a dehumanizing situation. She was effectively a slave to the place, living and breathing the factory's demands day and night. The whole thing felt like a trap, a cycle that would never end. There was no freedom, no space for her to just be a person again. She wasn't allowed any of the basic human dignity that should come with a job. Her entire existence had been reduced to this monotonous, exhausting routine. She worked, she slept, and she woke up to work again. That was her life now. As my mother told me the details, it was hard not to feel a sense of disbelief. Billy had always been someone who took things for granted, someone who never had to truly struggle. She had the luxury of comfort, of choices, and yet she had thrown it all away. Now she was living in a nightmare of her own making, stuck in a system that showed no mercy. She was paying off the debt her parents had covered for her, but it wasn't just the money that she was paying for. It was her own soul in some way. The person she had been, the person she could have been, seemed to have disappeared with each passing day in that factory. My mother told me that Billy was working tirelessly day after day as if her very survival depended on it. And in a way it did. Every penny she earned went toward repaying her parents, trying to make good on the $40,000 that she had been too stubborn to pay on her own. But no matter how hard she worked, it was never going to be enough. The factory wasn't going to offer her a way out. It wasn't going to provide the kind of redemption she seemed to think it would. The more she worked, the further she sank into the quicksand of her own choices. I couldn't help but feel a strange mixture of pity and anger. Pity because Billy had clearly made a huge mistake, and now she was paying the price in the hardest way imaginable. But anger, too, because she had run away from the consequences for so long. She had avoided responsibility at every turn, and now she was living in a nightmare because of it. I wished, part of me desperately wished, that she could wake up and see the bigger picture, that she could realize that this wasn't the way to fix things, that working herself to the bone in some grim factory wasn't going to restore her sense of dignity. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to pay back the money or even the emotional cost of her actions. There was something deeper she needed to confront, something that couldn't be solved by simply throwing herself into work. But at the same time, I wondered if Billy was even capable of seeing that. Was she self-aware enough to recognize the cost of her actions, or was she too far gone, too caught in the web she had spun? I didn't know. I didn't know her anymore. And that's what hurt the most. The Billy I once knew, the one who had been so full of promise, the one who had made decisions without thinking of the consequences, had disappeared long ago. In her place was someone I didn't recognize. Someone trapped in her own decisions. I could only hope. I could only hope that eventually Billy would understand. I hoped that she would come to realize that true redemption didn't come from running away or working endlessly to pay off a debt. It came from confronting the truth of what you had done, owning up to it, and making the conscious decision to change. But that wasn't something I could give her. That was something she had to choose for herself. And until that day came, if it ever did, there was nothing I could do but wait. Wait and wonder if Billy would ever find her way out of the mess she had made. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Mikey, it's your mother. I hope I'm not interrupting anything, but I just wanted to check in and see how things are going. You're working from home again today, right? That means you're by yourself all day. Are you feeling okay? You haven't caught a cold, have you? Sometimes you don't even realize you're getting sick until it gets really bad. And what about food? Are you eating properly? You have a terrible habit of skipping meals when you're too busy with work. Oh, and Andrea, she's making sure you're taken care of, isn't she?
Oh, for the love of... Mom, can you please stop bombarding me with these overprotective messages? I was in the middle of a really productive work session. I was focused. I was actually making good progress. And now my focus is completely shattered because I had to stop and deal with this.
Mikey, that's not a very nice way to talk to your mother. I'm just looking out for you.
Looking out for me? Mom, this isn't just looking out. This is you hovering, micromanaging, obsessing over every little thing as if I'm a kid who can't take care of himself.
That's not true. I'm just making sure your lifestyle isn't falling apart. I know how you get. You get so caught up in work that everything else gets neglected. If I don't check in, who will? It's not like I can just stop by and see for myself, so I have to rely on Andrea.
Mom, how many times do I have to tell you, stop putting this kind of pressure on Andrea? She's my wife, not my caretaker.
Oh, don't say such cold things. Do you have any idea how sad that makes me?
Even if it makes you sad, it frustrates me. It's exhausting having the same conversation over and over again. And can we address something else, like the fact that you keep calling me Mikey?
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that, Mom? I'm 34 years old. You can just call me Mike.
I don't know. To me, you'll always be Mikey. Parents don't just stop seeing their children as their babies, you know. No matter how old you get, you're still my little boy.
Yeah, I think you're taking that phrase way too literally.
Anyway, where's Andrea? I messaged her a little while ago, but she hasn't responded.
She's at work.
Obviously, but I sent her a message and she still hasn't replied.
That's because she can't check her phone during work hours. Her company has a strict policy against personal phone use. She has to leave her phone in her locker. If she sees your message at all, it won't be until her shift is over.
What? So she won't even see it for hours?
That's right.
That means she's not properly taking care of you, is she?
What? Mom, what exactly did you message her?
I just asked if she went home during her lunch break.
Why?
Because she should be making sure you have lunch, of course.
Mom, I can make my own lunch.
So she didn't come home, did she?
Obviously not. She only gets an hour for lunch. Even if she wanted to, there's no way she could make a round trip, cook, and still get back to work in time.
Oh my goodness, Andrea works that far away?
It's not that far. It's just too far for a round trip during a 1-hour break.
No. If she's too far away to come home and take care of you, then that's too far.
Mom, I know people who commute 2 hours one way. Compared to that, Andrea's job is close.
That's completely different. If she weren't responsible for looking after you, then I wouldn't care. But she is. She's your wife. She should be there to take care of you when you need her. We need to do something about this. She should quit that job and find something closer.
Mom!
No, listen to me, Mikey. A job is a job. There are plenty of jobs out there. She can find one that's within a reasonable distance.
And by reasonable distance, you mean?
Oh, I don't know. 3 minutes away by bicycle should be the absolute limit.
That's insane! We live in a suburban residential area. There aren't even that many workplaces that close by.
Then you should move somewhere that makes more sense.
No! Andrea likes her job. She enjoys the work, she's good at it, and she's happy there. I'm not gonna ask her to leave just because you think she should be hovering over me all day.
Mikey, I can't believe you're okay with this.
Okay with what?
You've only been married for 3 months and you're already letting Andrea carry such a heavy burden.
What?
I thought marriage was about a husband taking care of his wife, providing for her, making sure she doesn't have stress. Instead, you've put her in a position where she has to work so hard, commuting so far, and still coming home to take care of you.
Mom, stop.
If only I didn't live so far away. If it weren't for this 4-hour distance, I would come take care of you every single day.
Don't! Do not even joke about that!
Actually,
Oh no.
There's something I've been planning for a while now. I think it's finally time to put it into action.
What are you talking about?
You'll see. It's a surprise.
A surprise?
Yes. I just need a little time to prepare everything, but once it's ready, you're going to be so happy.
Mom!
Trust me, Mikey.
I don't! I really don't!
Oh, you'll love it.
I already hate it.
Now, just be patient. Everything will be ready soon.
I have a really, really bad feeling about this. Andrea? Hey, just a heads up. Pretty sure my mom sent you another one of her clingy, overbearing messages. As always, feel free to ignore it.
Hey, you. Yeah, I figured. My phone buzzed a couple of times while I was packing up, and I had a feeling it was her. You okay, though? She didn't completely throw you off your day?
Let's just say my patience is wearing thin.
Oh, no.
She hit me with the Mikey barrage again.
Mikey!
I swear to God, Andrea.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. But seriously, I don't know how you deal with this daily. Your mom's got persistence, I'll give her that.
Oh, believe me, if persistence were an Olympic sport, she'd have taken home gold years ago.
No kidding. Though, to be fair, I do get why she's like this. Your parents' divorce hit her hard. Living alone must be rough for her.
Yeah, I get that, I do, but here's what gets me. The whole reason my dad wanted the divorce in the first place was because she was way too obsessed with me. That's literally why they split. And 2 years later, she still doesn't get it.
That part is wild to me. Like, I understand feeling lonely. I understand struggling to adjust, but you'd think she'd have some level of self-awareness.
Nope, none. Not even a little.
That's honestly kind of terrifying.
Right?
At least your dad understood what was going on. That's the one silver lining in all of this.
Yeah, thank God for that. If nothing else, I'm glad at least one of my parents realized how unhealthy this was. Honestly, if Dad hadn't dropped the divorce bombshell when he did, I might have never worked up the courage to move out. And if I hadn't moved out, I wouldn't have met you.
Aw.
I mean it. If I'd still been stuck in that house with just my mom, I don't even want to imagine what that would have been like. Just thinking about it makes my skin crawl.
Well, you're not stuck there anymore, and you'll never be in that position again.
Yeah. Except, she still finds ways to make my life miserable from a distance.
If only you could just block her number and be done with it.
God, I wish, but you know what would happen. The moment she realizes I'm not responding, she'll be on the next train over.
Yeah, that's a horrifying thought.
Yeah, and it's exactly why I regret giving her our address.
But you had to, right? That was part of the deal when you moved out?
Yeah, at the time I was so desperate to get out I would have agreed to anything. But now, every time she calls, every time she texts, every time I hear that notification chime and feel my stomach drop, I regret it. I regret it so much.
And it's affecting your work, too. Last week she was blowing up your phone even though you were literally in the middle of a deadline.
Exactly! That's what pisses me off the most! I work from home. Staying focused is everything for me. And yet here she is, treating me like I'm just sitting around waiting for her to check in on me like I'm still some kid. She has zero boundaries.
I don't know how you deal with it.
I don't, Andrea. I don't deal with it. I just survive it.
That's not okay.
I know it's not okay. That's why I need to figure something out before I completely lose my mind. I love her. She's my mom, but I cannot keep living like this.
I hear you, and I really, really wish there was more I could do to help.
You are helping. You're literally the only thing keeping me sane through all of this.
Well then, I think you're going to love what I have to tell you next.
Oh? Go on, I'm listening.
So, Remember how I asked my friend, the one in real estate, to keep an eye out for places that match what we're looking for?
Yeah?
Well, she just got back to me. She found a place.
No way!
Yep,
Like our kind of place?
exactly. Good location, great layout, and best of all, it has amazing soundproofing. Which means your dream of having a proper, distraction-free home office, it's finally happening.
Oh my god, this is actually happening?
It is! And get this, we can go and see it as early as tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Yes! We're going, no question!
I knew you'd say that. I'll let my friend know we're in.
Andrea, you're the best! Like, the best. I could kiss you right now.
Hold that thought until I actually get home.
Deal. God, this is perfect timing. Our lease renewal is coming up soon, and I was dreading the idea of signing on for another year here.
Right? Same. This is our chance to make a fresh start. No more worrying about paper-thin walls, no more distractions while you're working. Hopefully. A bit more distance from your mom's radar.
Please, I need this.
Then let's do it. As soon as we check out the place and confirm everything, we'll start prepping for the move.
It's gonna be a lot of work, but we've got this.
Yeah, we do got this. Let's make this happen. Mikey, it's your mother. I'll be arriving there soon. Oh, and if you're busy, you don't have to reply. There's no need. Because from now on, we'll be together all the time. Isn't that wonderful? Mikey, are you home? I just arrived and the door was unlocked. Did you forget to lock it, or did you simply leave it open by mistake? I didn't want to barge in on you, but I thought maybe I could surprise you with something today. But now it feels like I've thrown everything off. I expected to walk in and find you both here enjoying a quiet Sunday, but no one's around. I thought you'd be spending time together, but maybe I misjudged that. Well, if you're not home, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and handle things here. Don't worry about me, Mikey. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't feel like you have to rush back. I'm just here to look after things, and it's no trouble at all.
Wait, Mom, what's going on?
Oh, Mikey, I didn't mean to startle you. It's just, I thought you might want to know. I've just brought some of my things in. I managed to get a friend to help me unload everything. I've started moving in just a little. I didn't want to overwhelm you, but I thought this might be the best time.
What? What do you mean you brought your things here?
Yes, Mikey, I thought it would be nice to be closer. You've been through so much, and I know how tough it's been for you. I thought that if I was here, it might help. I've been thinking about how hard it's been, how much you've been struggling, and I couldn't just sit by and do nothing. I want to help, Mikey.
Help? By moving in without asking me?
I didn't want to come in uninvited, but I thought if I were here, I could take care of things for you. I could make sure you're all right, keep things in order. You know, like I always have. I can't bear to think of you suffering in silence when I'm here, and I can take care of it all. Look, Mikey, I know I've been a little overbearing in the past, but I just want to be there for you.
I didn't ask for this, Mom. You can't just move in whenever you feel like it.
But Mikey, this is what I've always done for you, right? I raised you, I took care of you when you were little. This isn't any different. I just want to make sure you have what you need.
This isn't the same thing. You can't just barge into my life like this.
I'm not barging in, Mikey. I'm just trying to take care of you. Look, I saw the kitchen and I thought to myself, this place needs a woman's touch. You know, things could be a little cleaner, a little more organized. And the fridge, it was almost empty, just beer and snacks. You're not eating properly, are you?
What does that even matter?
Mikey, you don't understand. I can't stand the thought of you not taking care of yourself. I know how much stress you're under. I've seen it, and you've been so distracted, so busy that you're forgetting basic things. This isn't like you, Mikey. You've always been so responsible. But now I see this place, and I can't help but think that Andrea isn't keeping up.
What are you saying about Andrea?
Look at this place. It's not what I expected. It's a little messy. Maybe she's just not cut out for keeping things together. I'm sorry, Mikey, but that's what it looks like. I know she's been trying, but sometimes trying isn't enough, is it?
Are you seriously saying this? You're criticizing Andrea now?
I'm just saying what I see. I can't help but feel like you're not being taken care of the way you should be. You're my son. I can't stand the thought of you going through all of this on your own.
Mom, this isn't about me needing you. This is about you needing control.
I'm not controlling you, Mikey.
Yes, you are.
I just want to help, Mikey. I want to make things better for you. If I'm here, things will get easier for you. I'll cook for you, I'll clean, I'll make sure you don't feel so alone.
I don't need you here. I'm not a kid anymore.
Oh, you don't need to take care of everything by yourself. You shouldn't have to.
But I do. I've always done it on my own. I've learned to handle things, and now I can't even think straight with you here trying to fix everything.
I'm just trying to make sure you're okay. I don't want you to feel like no one cares, Mikey.
I'm fine. I've always been fine. I don't need you to take over.
I'm not taking over, Mikey. I'm here because I care about you. I'm here because I love you. I know how hard it's been.
You don't get it. You're not listening to me.
Mikey, I just want to be there for you. I want to take some of the burden off you. You don't need to do it all by yourself.
You're not helping. You're making it worse.
You can't just keep doing everything, Mikey. I want to help. Let me help you.
Mom, this is wrong. You can't just walk into my life like this. I didn't ask for this, and I don't want it.
I thought maybe if we lived together again, things would feel more like they used to. It's been hard for you, and I just thought it would make things better.
It's not going to make anything better.
I didn't want to upset you, Mikey. I wanted to help. I wanted to be there for you.
By moving in without asking, without even telling me?
I thought it would be a good surprise.
It's not a surprise, Mom. It's a violation. You can't just take over.
Mikey, please, I just want to be there. I just want to help.
Well, I don't want your help. I don't need it.
Mikey, please, I don't want to lose you. I can't stand the thought of you being unhappy.
You're not losing me. You're just pushing me away.
I'm not trying to push you away, Mikey. I don't know what to do anymore. I can't stand seeing you struggle, and I thought I could fix it.
You can't fix it. You can't fix me, and you can't fix my life.
I just want to be there, Mikey. Please, I'm sorry if I've hurt you.
You have. You've hurt me so much, and I can't keep letting you do this. I need to have my own life, Mom. I need to have my own space, my own boundaries.
But, Mikey, we're family. Don't you want us to be together?
Not like this, Mom. I need to move on. I need to build my own life.
Mikey, please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you.
I can't do this anymore, Mom. I need to be away from you.
No, Mikey, please.
Goodbye, Mom.
Mikey, no.
I can't keep doing this. I can't keep pretending that everything's okay when you keep overstepping.
Mikey, please, I love you. Don't leave me.
It's over, Mom. I can't take it anymore. Goodbye.
Mikey? Mikey, please.
I left the matter to the landlord to handle. At first, I couldn't shake the fear that this could spiral out of control. I prepared myself for the worst-case scenario, one where the situation would end up involving the police, a point of no return. It's a terrifying thought that things could get so bad that the authorities would have to step in. I braced myself, knowing I might have no choice but to face whatever consequences would come from this turmoil. But when the time came, when I wasn't there to intervene, it seems my mother realized, perhaps for the first time, the gravity of the situation. The tension was building, and she must have seen how quickly things could spiral beyond repair. Maybe it was the sheer weight of it all, of everything that had been left unsaid, unresolved, that pushed her to the point where she knew she had to step back. She must have understood on some level that it would only get worse if she kept trying to manipulate the situation or avoid the truth. So, without any further drama, she did something unexpected. She apologized. It wasn't a perfect apology, of course. It wasn't one that magically fixed everything or erased all the pain, but it was sincere, at least from her side. And that simple act seemed to diffuse the tension that had been building. There was no police involvement, no further escalation. My mother, for the first time in a long while, seemed to be owning up to something. It was a quiet moment of reckoning, but one that allowed the situation to come to a close, at least temporarily. But things didn't end there, not by a long shot. Immediately after that, it seems my mother sought out my uncle, her older brother. It's clear she turned to him for help, hoping that he could smooth things over, help her navigate the mess she had created. I can't say for certain what exactly they discussed, but when my uncle showed me the conversation history, it was hard to ignore the look on his face. His initial reaction was one of disbelief, even disgust. He couldn't believe what had unfolded. It wasn't just that he was upset. It was as though he was physically sickened by what he read. The details were beyond his comprehension. How could it have gone so far? How could things have unraveled this badly? I could see the shock and frustration in his eyes as he processed everything. But over time, after a lot of back and forth, he came to a reluctant understanding. He didn't like it, but he finally saw why I had done what I did, why I had chosen to distance myself. He couldn't change the past, and neither could I. But at least, after all the pain and confusion, there was a level of acceptance that eventually came. The reality, though, is that none of us could change the past. It was done. And what followed was a decision that felt both inevitable and tragic. My mother was going to move into the annex, the small separate living space on our property. The idea was that she could live there on her own, away from the chaos of the main house. It was a temporary solution, though. It wasn't long before we all agreed that the next step would be for her to eventually move into a nursing home. It wasn't something we were happy about, but it was the only option left. After everything that had happened, it didn't seem like she was capable of living independently anymore. But that decision came with a heavy emotional toll. I don't think anyone could have predicted how much it would affect my mother. When she finally understood the extent of what had happened, when she realized how far things had fallen, it was as if a switch flipped inside her. The woman who had once been so full of life, so vibrant and active, suddenly seemed to age in an instant. She seemed to collapse inward emotionally, as if the weight of her choices had finally caught up with her. It's strange, because before all of this, I had never imagined her in this light. She was always so strong, so confident, never one to let things get to her. But now, watching her wither away emotionally, it's hard to reconcile that image of her with the person she's become. I hear that she spends most of her days in the annex now, in the solitude of her own room. It's as if she's become a shell of her former self. I'm told she often sits in the corner of the room staring at a photo of me. Maybe she's looking at it, trying to hold on to some piece of the past, trying to make sense of everything that led to this moment. I don't know what goes on in her mind, but I can't help but think that she's trapped in a cycle of regret. She's there, but not really there. She's physically present, but emotionally distant. It's like she's stuck in a moment of frozen time, unable to move forward, unable to let go of the past. There's a part of me that feels sorry for her, but there's also a part of me that's angry. Angry at how things turned out, angry that we got to this point in the first place. How could it have come to this? Why did it take this much for her to finally realize what she had done, the pain she had caused? I know she's not a bad person. She's my mother, after all. But the choices she made, the way she pushed me away, the way she disregarded everything I tried to build for myself, it all adds up. And I can't help but wonder if this was always the path she was going to take. Maybe she never had the capacity to truly understand what it meant to be a mother, to be there for her child, to support them, to recognize the boundaries they set. She never seemed to be able to recognize those things. She was too caught up in her own world, in her own needs, to see how much damage she was causing along the way. And now, as I reflect on everything that's happened, I'm left wondering whether I could have done more to fix things before they got to this point. Maybe if I had said something sooner or done something differently, things could have turned out better. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that this was inevitable. There was no way to go back, no way to fix it. And that realization that we've both been trapped in this cycle for so long is almost as painful as the events themselves. My uncle once told me that sometimes even the strongest family bonds can break, and when they do, they can never be fully repaired. It's a harsh truth, but it's one that I've come to understand all too well. He was right. We've reached a point where there's no going back. My mother and I are too different now. The person I knew, the person I once called my mother, is gone. And in her place is someone who doesn't even recognize herself, let alone me. I think about the future, and I'm not sure what it holds for either of us. I can't predict where this journey will take me or where it will take her. But one thing is certain. Everything has changed. There's no going back to the way things were. The distance between us now is permanent. A chasm that can never be bridged no matter how hard we try. And as much as I wish things had turned out differently, I know that we both have to face the consequences of our actions. The pain, the regret, it's all a part of the process. But in the end, I don't know if there will ever be a way to heal from this. Perhaps time will offer some form of healing, but some wounds, I suspect, run too deep to ever truly mend.
Luke, answer me. Hello? Are you seriously ignoring me right now? Hurry up and respond already.
Oh, it's you, Celeste.
Took you long enough. I've been waiting forever. What, were you just staring at your phone and ignoring me on purpose?
No, I wasn't. I'm still at work. This is my break. I told you before, I'm not allowed to use my phone during work hours. Maybe try using a little common sense before throwing a tantrum?
Look at you, acting all self-important like you're some big deal or something. You're just a useless brother. Don't act like you're better than me.
What do you want?
Money. Give me some.
What, again? Didn't I just give you your allowance 2 days ago?
Yeah, and that's already gone. I bought the bag I wanted, so now I need more.
You used up all of it already? Celeste, I give you $500 a month. That's more than enough for a high schooler. How the hell do you burn through that in 2 days?
Easily. I saw the bag, I wanted it, I bought it. That's how shopping works, Luke.
That's not how budgeting works. You need to be smarter with your money.
Oh my God, spare me the lecture. You're seriously trying to act like a responsible adult? That's hilarious. You of all people don't get to talk down to me.
I'm not talking down to you. I'm telling you to stop asking me for money like I'm an ATM. You can't just come running to me every time you blow through your allowance.
Yeah, I can. That's literally what you're here for. Listen, Luke, you do remember why you're even allowed to live in our house, right? Mom and Dad made it very clear. If you want to stay, you have to contribute. That was the deal.
I already pay $1,500 a month just to live there. Do you seriously think I can afford to give you more on top of that?
Duh, you've still got, what, 400 left? That's just sitting there, right? So just give it to me.
That's my money. I need it for my own expenses.
That's not my problem. Just hand it over. Mom and Dad said I should ask you for it anyway.
Of course they did.
They said that since we're being so generous, letting you stay, the least you could do is be grateful and help out more. So come on, stop being difficult and just give me the money.
Generous? You call charging me $1,500 a month to sleep in a room I grew up in generous? I barely even live there. I buy my own food, my own stuff. I take care of myself. You all don't treat me like family. You treat me like a tenant. And now I'm supposed to be grateful?
Ugh, there you go again. You always act like we're actually related or something.
We are related.
Not in any way that matters. Just because we share some DNA doesn't mean you get to pretend to be my brother. Mom and Dad don't see you as family, and neither do I.
Right, of course you don't.
Honestly, you should be thanking us for even letting you stay. You're lucky we haven't kicked you out already. Know your place, loser.
You finished?
Whatever. You're so annoying.
Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about me being in your way. I've got a night shift tonight, so I won't be coming home.
What?
And tomorrow I'm staying at a coworker's place.
Seriously, you haven't been home in 3 days already.
Yeah, and?
Fine. Be that way. Hey, don't ignore me. I'm not done talking. Give me the money.
Sonia, have you already left the house?
Luke, good morning.
Morning.
I'm at the bus stop now, waiting for my ride to work. How about you? Are you already home?
Not yet. My shift ended up dragging on way longer than expected. I barely got through it. I'm exhausted. Just got on the bus back.
That sounds awful. You must be completely drained. Great job hanging in there. I know it's not easy.
Yeah, I'm running on fumes at this point. I just want to get home, shower, and pass out.
I figured. That's why I made sure to cook something before I left. It's in the fridge, so when you get home, just heat it up, okay? Oh, and don't even think about sleeping on the couch again. Use the bed. You need proper rest.
You really didn't have to do all that. I feel bad that you're always taking care of me.
Luke, come on. You don't have to feel guilty about anything. I'm your girlfriend. Taking care of you is the most natural thing in the world to me. Besides, you've done so much for me already. I wouldn't be where I am without you.
What are you talking about? You got where you are because of your own hard work.
Maybe, but you helped. You gave me advice, taught me the ropes, and always had my back when I was struggling. If it weren't for you, I don't think I ever would have made it from a part-time worker to a full-time employee. So if someone like you, someone I love, is struggling, then of course I'll do whatever I can to help.
Sonia.
No arguments. Just eat and rest, okay?
All right, thanks. I mean it. It really helps.
By the way, can I ask you something?
Yeah, what is it?
Did Celeste try to ask you for money again?
How did you know?
My little brother saw her at the mall yesterday. Apparently she was buying some expensive bag. One that cost a few $100s.
Figures. That must have been why she was harassing me for more cash yesterday. She spent her entire allowance in 2 days and expected me to just hand over more.
I had a feeling. Luke, I don't mean to pry, but your family, why are they like this?
Like what?
The way they treat you, it doesn't make sense. Celeste is the one constantly causing problems, but it's like she can do no wrong in their eyes. From what I've heard, your parents don't even scold her when she gets into trouble. They actually go to her school and argue with the teachers, insisting that she's innocent.
Yeah, it's happened more than once. I've lost count of how many times they've gone in screaming about how their daughter could never be in the wrong.
I just don't get it. I know some families are stricter with the oldest child and more lenient with the youngest, but this is something else entirely.
Now that I think about it, I've never actually told you the full story, have I?
No, you haven't. But if you're not comfortable talking about it, I understand. I won't push you.
No, I want you to know. You deserve to know.
All right, I'm listening.
The truth is, I'm not my mother's biological son.
Wait, so she's your stepmother?
Yeah, my birth mother passed away when I was a baby. I don't even have any memories of her. My dad remarried when I was in elementary school. The woman he married, Celeste's mother, became my stepmother. Celeste is their daughter. We only share the same father.
Oh, that explains a lot. I always wondered about the age gap between you two. You're almost 12 years apart.
Yeah, that's why. And that's probably why they've never really seen me as part of the family.
Luke, you've lived in that kind of environment your whole life?
Pretty much. It's always been like this. I wasn't what my stepmother wanted in her perfect little family. And my dad, well, he always just went along with whatever she said.
That's awful.
I've been planning to leave for a while now, but it's tough. Every month they take $1,500 out of my paycheck as rent. On top of that, Celeste sometimes straight up steals from my wallet. No matter how much I try to save, it's never enough.
Luke.
Yeah?
There's something you need to know.
What is it?
My brother found out something important. He made me promise to tell you. And Luke, this might be exactly what you need to finally leave the house.
What are you talking about? What did he find out?
It's not something I can explain over text. I need to tell you in person.
All right.
You'll be home tonight, right?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Good. We'll talk then. Hey, Trash, give me some money.
Celeste? Again?
Ugh, what is with that tone? Just shut up and hand it over already.
You do realize you just demanded money from me yesterday too, right?
Yeah, and you're the one who keeps making me ask over and over again. Why not just make it easy and hand me your wallet?
Maybe because I don't enjoy getting robbed?
Robbed? Seriously? You should be grateful we even let you stay in the house, you know? You're not even real family. So when I say I need money, just be a good little servant and give it to me.
You don't even bother pretending anymore, huh?
What's there to pretend? It's just facts. Your whole life belongs to us. You work for Mom, Dad, and me. So if I take a little from you, it's just part of the deal.
Celeste, you might want to worry about something else right now.
What now? You keep saying weird stuff today. Just give me the money already.
Ah, so you really don't know yet.
The hell is that supposed to mean? Don't get all smug just because you think you know something. Quit stalling and hand it over.
You're beyond saving, you know that?
Excuse me? If anyone's beyond saving, it's you. Your life is a joke. Watching you scrape by, barely keeping yourself together, is the best entertainment I have. So make sure to keep suffering, okay? Don't get boring on me now.
Wow, you really are rotten to the core.
Rotten? Whatever. Now stop dragging this out.
Here, take a look at this.
What's this supposed to be? Some stupid trick? Wait, is that Mom? And who the hell is that guy?
That's her affair partner.
What?
One of my friend's younger brothers goes to your school. He saw them together while walking home from work.
What? No way. That doesn't make sense. How would some random student even recognize my mom?
Celeste, come on. You've been called into the principal's office so many times they've practically got a seat with your name on it. And every time, Mom and Dad come storming in like a pair of rabid animals, screaming at the teachers, making a scene. Half the school knows what they look like by now.
No, that's ridiculous.
And then there she was, strolling down the street wrapped around some guy's arm, kissing him like they were teenagers sneaking around behind their parents' backs. So yeah, my friend's brother took a picture.
This is fake. You're lying. You're trying to screw with me. Wow, this is actually hilarious.
You think Dad found it funny? Because he sure didn't. The second I showed it to him, he went dead silent. I thought he was just gonna brush it off like he always does, but then he recognized the guy in the picture.
What?
Yeah, not only did he recognize him, but he knew exactly who he was.
You're lying.
So he hired a private investigator.
A detective?
Yeah, to find out the truth. And guess what? The truth is worse than you think.
Worse? How?
Mom hasn't just been cheating. She's been cheating for over a decade.
What?
The guy? He's not some random fling. He's her ex-boyfriend. They got back together shortly after she married Dad. They've been seeing each other ever since.
That's not possible.
It's true.
No way.
And that's not even the biggest part.
What? What else could there possibly be?
That man, he's your real father.
What?
Mom cheated on Dad for years, Celeste. And you're not even his daughter.
No, that's a lie.
The DNA test says otherwise.
DNA test?
Dad had one done, quietly, without telling you.
No.
That's how he confirmed it. It's undeniable.
No. He wouldn't do that. That's not real.
Believe whatever helps you sleep at night, but the truth doesn't care what you believe. If you still don't believe me, ask Dad yourself. He's the one who told me.
But if they get divorced, what happens to me?
Not my problem. We're not family, remember? That's what you always said.
But we grew up together.
And? That never meant anything to you before. Oh, by the way, I'm leaving.
What?
I finally got everything in order. I don't need to stay in this house anymore.
Wait, what? What do you mean you're leaving?
Exactly what it sounds like. I don't owe you or your parents anything anymore, so I'm done. No more money, no more free rides, no more me.
Wait, no, you can't just...
I already moved my stuff out.
When?
Didn't take long. I never really had that much to begin with.
No, wait. What am I supposed to do if you leave?
Not my problem.
Luke, wait. I didn't mean...
No, you meant every word. So congratulations, you finally got what you wanted. Enjoy your new life, Celeste. Goodbye. I had some reservations about acting the way I did in front of a high school student, feeling like it might be immature or inappropriate. But in the end, after so many years of pent-up frustration, everything just exploded in the most dramatic way possible. The years of holding back, of biting my tongue and being the quiet one, finally gave way to a breaking point. I didn't expect it to happen, but it did. It was the last straw, and I couldn't hold back anymore. After leaving home, I cut ties with not just Celeste and my mother, but also with my father. I realized that it was the only way to free myself from the suffocating weight of the family dynamic that had been dragging me down for years. It felt like the right thing to do, even though it wasn't easy. There was a sense of relief in walking away, but at the same time there was a sense of loss. I had spent my whole life trying to keep the peace, to make everyone happy, and in the end, none of it really mattered. The rift was just too deep, and there was no going back. For a while, I stayed with my girlfriend, Sonia, who had been a huge support during this time. She offered me a place to stay, and I moved into her apartment. It wasn't ideal, and it wasn't what I had planned for myself, but it was a temporary solution. We talked about the future and made plans to find a bigger place once we both settled down more. I knew that this wasn't where I'd be forever, but it was enough for the time being. Sonia's support meant the world to me during this time. She was patient, understanding, and gave me the space I needed to sort through everything. As for Celeste, things have only gotten worse. After our parents' divorce, the financial strain hit hard. Celeste's tuition fees became too much for my mother to cover, and she had to drop out of high school. It was a blow to her, no doubt, but it was something she had to face. I could see how hard it was for her, and it broke my heart. Celeste had always been someone who strived to do well, and to see her dream of finishing high school taken away so suddenly was devastating. In addition to that, her relationship with our mother, already strained, took a nosedive after my mother moved in with her affair partner. The tension between them only grew as my mother's priorities shifted, and the emotional distance became impossible to ignore. The whole situation was toxic, and Celeste didn't deserve to be stuck in the middle of it. But because of the circumstances and her age, she didn't have much of a choice. She had no financial support from anyone else, so she was forced to continue living with my mother and her new partner. There was no other option, no other place for her to go, even though she clearly wasn't happy with how things were turning out. Living under the same roof with her mother and her new lover was like living in a constant state of tension for Celeste. She felt like an outsider in her own home, and no matter how hard she tried to fit in, the situation was suffocating. It was the reality of living in a broken home where everyone was trying to make do with the scraps they had left. She didn't feel like she belonged, and I could feel that deep sense of alienation whenever I spoke to her. She had become more withdrawn, more resigned, as though she had given up on ever finding peace in that environment. And yet, despite everything, she didn't have much of a choice. With no other family members to rely on and no way of supporting herself, she had to stay in that uncomfortable situation. There was no escaping it, at least not in the way she wanted. Her situation was so difficult, so unfair, that it made me feel helpless. I couldn't fix things for her, and no matter how much I wanted to, I knew that she had to find her own way out. It wasn't my place to step in and solve everything. As much as I wanted to take her away from all of that, I knew that she needed to find her own strength. As for me, I was determined to keep moving forward, to build a new life for myself with Sonia. The road ahead wasn't going to be easy, but I knew that I could face whatever came my way. I had made peace with the fact that my family was no longer in my life the way it had been. I had to let go of the past in order to embrace the future. And no matter how difficult that future might be, I was ready to face it head on with the support of the people who truly mattered to me. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.